Imagine waking up every day to the sound of sirens, the ground shaking beneath you, and the constant threat of violence looming overhead. For many, this is the harsh reality of living in conflict zones, where life is defined not by ordinary struggles, but by survival in a war-torn world. The phrase "trapped in cycles of terror" perfectly encapsulates this experience, as it evokes the profound psychological toll of continuous instability and fear. Conflict zones are marked by ongoing violence that impacts not just physical safety, but mental well-being. The long-term consequences of such environments often manifest as conditions like PTSD, anxiety, and depression. As Dr. Judith Herman, a prominent trauma researcher, states, the experience of trauma is not just about what happens to a person, but also about the effects of that experience on their life in the long term. This insight underscores the necessity of understanding how these traumatic experiences shape individuals and communities alike. Exploration of mental health effects. People living in war zones frequently find themselves stuck in cycles of terror, where the stress and trauma of one event bleed into the next. The World Health Organization has reported that nearly 1 in 5 people living in conflict zones will experience mental health issues as a direct result of their circumstances. This statistic speaks volumes about the psychological burden carried by those affected. In regions like Syria or Ukraine, where violence and instability have become the norm, mental health issues are often compounded by a lack of resources. We need to understand that mental health is a vital part of health overall, says Dr. Izeldin Abouelaish, a physician from Gaza, emphasizing the need for integrated care. When bombs are falling, mental health is often overlooked, but it is just as crucial as treating physical injuries. Coping mechanisms. Despite these overwhelming challenges, resilience can be found in various coping mechanisms. Communities often come together to support one another, creating safe spaces for dialogue and healing. As researcher Dr. Michael Ungar points out, resilience is not just an individual trait, it is a collective process. Community support systems, therapy programs, and art initiatives can provide a lifeline for those struggling with their mental health. For example, in post-conflict areas, programs that incorporate art therapy have been shown to help individuals express their trauma and find healing through creativity. Art gives us the language we often lack to express our pain, says artist and therapist Aline H. Shaw. Such initiatives highlight the importance of fostering connections in the midst of chaos. As we reflect on the psychological scars left by war, it is vital to consider how we can cultivate resilience in our own lives. How do we cope with our daily stresses? Are there lessons we can learn from those who have faced unimaginable hardships? I invite you to think about your own coping strategies and how you can apply them in the face of adversity. If you find this topic compelling, I encourage you to share your thoughts and video ideas in the comments below. Together, we can explore the depths of human resilience and the paths to healing. Don't forget to subscribe for more discussions on mental health and personal growth.